Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I just want to say that I'm so grateful for all the views, the comments, and the likes that I got on the last video. I'm really glad that you guys liked it. I really enjoyed making it, as well as I also enjoyed making this one, although I had to redo one of the drawings, but well, that's okay. Anyways, so just to recap the last video real quick, I introduced my main character, Sashi, and his best friend, Michael. Those are two of my 5 main characters, but in this video, I'm going to introduce the other main character, Elias, and my villainess, Yua. So here we go. From the beginning, Elias's life had been determined to be different than most. He was born as a miracle child to his barren parents, but regardless of being a blessing, life was anything but, since he could remember seeing his first Shadim at a very young age. It seemed that not everyone was able to see the kind of Shadim he was seeing, and he suffered in silence with anxiety because of it. Until he met his mentor Ian, who taught him that there was a way to fight back. He and Ian, along with 2 others who became his close friends, traveled the west coast of America training to kill Shadim. It was the first time in his life that he finally opened up and felt he found a place with his newfound friends. Until the tragic murder of his mentor turned his world upside down, making him reclusive again and vowing to never letting anyone get close to him. But he meets Sashi and the others, and takes on the role of mentor instead. Sashi thinks he's a grumpy man with a soft heart and often calls him dad as a joke, since he acts strict with them from time to time. Elias is very practical about things, especially because he's always traveling around, but his personal interests are different. He skates, loves rap music, his cat Albert, and Milan, which he considers to be his favorite heroine and also favorite movie, The Rain, and tea. He's Mexican American and 27. His favorite colors are earth tones, and his favorite foods are chicken salads, tamales, and his favorite drink besides tea is horchata. He's very near and dear to my heart because he portrays the kind of nonsense attitude, nonchalant, and very blunt type of personality that I wish I could sometimes show. He's like the thoughts that I have but never say kind of person, you know? So I really love his character. He was actually the last character that I came up with for the story. I had already had my other 4 characters and I thought, oh yeah, this is enough. But then he kind of came into mind very suddenly, and at first I was like, no, I don't want 5 characters. That might be too much. But he just wouldn't get out of my head when I created him. So I decided to keep him, and he became like my second, if not my first favorite character, to be honest. I love him so much. Although he can be, like I said, very practical and rigid in his style. But yeah, I was drawing him kind of maybe as if he's adjusting his satchel, and you know, he's holding his cup of hot tea. It's not coffee. He hates coffee like me. But yeah, and he's very healthy kind of person. He works out a lot. I mean, he's always fighting monsters, so that's also part of it. He tries to keep as healthy as he can. Fun fact, he's actually a vegetarian, so he just doesn't eat red meat, but he can eat chicken, fish, all that, like just so like all white meat. But yeah, so this is his picture, and these are some of his interests, and I decided to make actually, I didn't show this in the last video, but I was kind of attempting to make them a signature of sorts of how they would write their name. He has a very slim type of typography or something like that. But yeah, and I am sorry, I forgot to show the final 2 pictures in the last one, so I'll show them here so you guys can see, because I didn't show them in the first video. But yeah, here they are. And now I'm gonna talk about my villainess. Driven by personal conviction and a desire for control, Yua is determined to complete the path to become a full-fledged agent of chaos. Growing up in an unpredictable and isolated environment, Yua has set out to prove herself and make amends with her mother. The only problem is that her mother is dead. However, luck strikes when the god of Sheol, Casimir, offers her a second chance to see her mother in return for her devotion to the dark arts. She portrays confidence and is seen as a daredevil, lively and cunning, while on the inside she is a disturbed individual who struggles with regrets of the past and wishes things would be as simple as being held lovingly in the arms of her mother as she sings her to sleep. She loves playing the guitar, which she does so in the more quiet moments of her life, and has a soft spot for all forms of music players like the Walkman. She enjoys rainy days and walking along gentle rivers. She's half Argentinian on her mother's side and half Japanese on her father's side. Her favorite flowers are tulips, and her favorite color is red. She was also a big foodie and would scarf down bowls of pasta, bread with chili oil, and tuna onigiri. So maybe she might be into mukbangs, yes. I can definitely see her maybe being the one doing them. But yeah, and she doesn't have a black cat, but I did put a little black cat on her scrapbook page because that's probably her favorite animal. So yeah, more about her. She enjoys the kind of indie music, the acoustic type of music. I think because she's the kind of person that has a lot of internal struggles. Music that's acoustic or instrumental, even, like, I think it helps calm her down. It's something soothing for her, and also being in nature a lot. I think that's definitely something that keeps her tethered more to her humanity as well, because as you can see, she's purple. So she's human, but because she's kind of giving over herself to Casimir, who's basically the king, of all the underworld stuff and all that. She's kind of becoming a demon, as you can say, or she's getting, deeper into the dark stuff. So although humans will see her as normal, somebody with a more spiritual seeing eye would see her for who she is. Here I did draw her with a cap on, because this is kind of like what she wears in the first couple of times that she's shown in the book, or the first 1-2 times. But she actually, I'm going to show the other picture of her too, where she actually has horns, so she looks even more devilish.
What do you mean by that?
But I wanted to draw her in this kind of, very confident pose, very, she's showing off her arms, she's not afraid, she's very, oozing that confidence. Not that she's not confident on the inside, but, she wants to make sure she never shows her vulnerable parts, her, more internal struggles per se. So far in the story, I have that her father actually died when she was little, so she's more connected to her Argentinian roots with her mother than she is with her Japanese roots, and she does know Spanish, but I think later on she probably would try to find more and connect more with her Japanese roots. But again, she didn't really know her father either, so but I did want to put that she was both. And one of her other hobbies is actually roller skating. She loves doing that. She loves feeling like she's kind of flying almost, in that sense, or being free, into the movements and stuff like that. So that's definitely one of the things that she loves doing the most, as well as, the music. And of course, driving her red Porsche. I kind of accidentally gave her an affinity with gold because she has these little gold chains around on her shirt, on her pants, and then around her horns. You will see in the other picture. Although you can see a little bit peeking out into the hair. Out of the cap. And also her golden translucent signature shades, of course. That's also something very iconic to her character. You can also see it in the other drawing that I'm going to put up, so you'll be able to see her full design that I made for her. Her role in the story, aside from, having her own personal mission of trying to, see her mother again, is she actually knows Elias and she loves to mess with him. So she goes around making trouble for him, for his newfound friends, and, all this stuff. She's kind of pursuing them, but in a way, she's kind of competing with Elias, because Elias is trying to become a full-fledged Syad. I believe I mentioned this in the first video, which is basically like a Shadim hunter, and she's trying to become a full-fledged agent of chaos. So in a way, they kind of mirror each other, of like he's kind of ascending into this, role in his life, and for her is the complete opposite. She's doing probably things that are worse than what he's doing, to basically also become part of, the dark world, the dark spiritual world. But yeah, so I wanted to show these two in this video because of that, because they're very contrasting characters. Although she also has a lot similarities with Sashi, who's, you know, the main character. So all three of them kind of serve this really big purpose, without saying too much, sorry. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I introduce these two together because of that reason. And in the next video, I want to talk about the last two main characters, which also is, there's one that's I'm biased towards more, but aside from that, I actually wanted to ask you guys if you'd be interested in having a Q&A video where you guys would ask questions, you know, probably at the end of, you know, the series of where I'm introducing the characters. If you guys would like to ask questions for the characters, and I would answer as the characters, you know, like I would have drawings that it's their response to the question. I think that'll be something fun. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. And then of course I'll make either a short video and a short announcement, and where then we would have the questions being posted there officially, so I can kind of grab them and then, you know, make the drawings and react to them in that sense as the characters. I think that'll be fun. But yes, let me know if that's something you guys are interested in, and thank you so much again for all the love for the video. I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys are also enjoying the little side stories or part of the stories that I'm telling along the way. But yes, have a great day guys, and God bless you.